All right, Starseed transmission for 8-1 channeled messages. All right, it's not 8-1 anymore. But these are my messages I'm trying to get through. So you hear my loud daughter in the background? Okay, so I'm doing this with the family to try to catch up, right? Because I did an 8-1, but you know what? They probably didn't like how it came across, because it's when I was picking up like the Harley Quinn archetype, right? And I was kind of talking about like how for a lot of you, like I hinted a little bit in the last reading, right, about the quantum level healings at this time, and like what's needed is like you have to realize that demons and dark energies, right, devil energy, however you want to look at it, you know, like the animalistic sides, right, it's what gets into people and others, right, and it has you act out in the, you know, especially when you're only running off of your lower chakra systems, right? So you're in those energies of anger and rage and jealousy and hate, and you know what I mean? It's about releasing those energies, you know, is what it takes to be able to get into the higher, into the heart, right? That's why I say like a lot of people and stuff, like these lustful relationships that go on, right? Like there are people like they genuinely feel that that's what love is, because they're not experiencing love from their heart space. Okay, so they're you know, they're doing the best that they can with these energies, Brian. And it's like, I know that we can get mad sometimes at others for not doing the healing and not raising their vibration or not caring, or in our eyes it may look like somebody could show you love in a different way, in a way that they know how, like with the narcissistic like paradigm or whatever. It's like the control, and a lot of times like it's done with money, right? And they don't realize that that's not how you show the love, right? That it's then being used as a form of control and things like that. So what I'm getting at is like when you start to realize these things, like they've been like a lot of the vaccinations and stuff have been messing with our children, right? The chem kids, right? The generations that have been on all these series of vaccinations, you know, that they really affect the way children's minds are developing and malfunctioning in different ways. I don't know why they just tell me to say that. I have malfunctioning here and unorganized. It's like it's allowing for some of them to learn in different ways, right? And that's what they were kind of showing me, like just like the different labels and things like that. Like all of our star children are labeled autistic, and it's like basically labeling them like divergents, right? Knowing that they are going to break the systems. That's kind of what it is too. Like their bodies didn't respond certain ways to the chemicals in the vaccines as others, so it could have affected which it could be the reason why leading more along. That's why they've linked a lot of that, saying that the vaccinations and stuff are linked to like autism, or if they've over vaccinated, like literally like straight up, like that happened with my daughter, right? Because she's my only child I had up in Minnesota, and I brought her down when she was a baby, and you know, like I was on state assistance and stuff, so it was like the health department, right? Like they pulled her file and stuff, and they didn't have access to her shot records, so they were trying to just administer her shots all over again, right? And you know, I'd caught up like, no, like they like literally like stuff like that happens, and literally like just last week. But now my youngest daughter, I was bringing her in for a follow-up, and they were like, let's do shots or whatever, and it was the same thing. They were like, oh well, you know, literally like they had the shots ready to go, like in the tray and everything, and I'm like, she was up to date with all of her, like she had her shots and stuff, like trying to administer, you know, and I spell her name rather unique, and so they were even telling me like when I set up her first appointment, because I got a new doctor, like we don't have a file for her because the name is spelled differently. Like you have to make sure it's correct, because I just misspelled because it's the way that like it was set up when she was a baby, like so it was like there could be like a little hang up or something within that, but anyway, so yes, it can definitely affect, right, these things, right? And so universal energy, so quantum universe, right? So demons, too much credit. Like for some of you too, like you know, if somebody keeps possessing a certain type of demon or dark energy, right, manifestation, right, it's due to some sort of wounding. Like they have to be the one to heal that, like they're responsible for doing that healing and that work and things like that. So yeah, that was enough with that then. So the 8-1. So I'm reviewing here too. There's something with pearls. I've been seeing a lot of pearls. Even my daughter today, like she pulled out her pearl crystal necklace, but I haven't seen it. I got it for a couple years. I haven't seen it in like over a year. Like I didn't even know she still had it, but it stuck out to me, right? And I was thinking a lot about this pearl colored aura. It has to do with the quantum level healings, right? And I was sharing something in one of my groups, right, about the activations that have been going on in the chakra systems, the higher level, right? Because we really have 12 chakra systems, but you're activating different higher levels. You could be noticing like different things going on within your mind, different like headaches, sensations, different like seeing things differently. This definitely has to do with elevated Christ consciousness, right? And quantum healing levels that are going on to something with pearls. So for some of you, like you need to work with pearls, right? Or in a meditation. Yeah, even in my new book, right? Or my new tarot, right? The Ace of Cups is in a clam, right? Is the pearl. So I want to just hear that saying like casting swine before pearl or something like that. Or something like that. And then pearl ray, you know, it could come off too. Like you could be noticing these frequencies and these auras, maybe seeing them in other people. Iridescent white, blue rainbow I was getting, right? And I know that these channel messages, there's certain key codes and activators and just certain things. Like you'll know if it's for you, if it's standing out for you, if it's something that you need to research or look up. Because a lot of times these different key codes and messages and things like that will allow you to go access things to further trigger some sort of development or some sort of change or some sort of levels, like something that you're going to go investigate, something that you're going to go do, right? Okay, so and for some of you, like things are really being exposed to you and shown to you. Like you could be realizing too some of the things that like happen to you or things that people do to you, like they've done before, and it's got your defense systems down a little bit, or it's been able to have some sort of control over you. It's kind of like they were showing me this scenario, like an electric fence, like, you know, like somebody maybe keeps tempting your property over and over and over again, right? And or trespassing on your property, and then you go put up that fence or whatever, and it's like now they're not going to, but they're probably going to still like throw things at the fence or mess with you. So like you're alerted to, but it's not going to affect you the same way. There's certain frequencies, certain things that like can't get in, can't touch you anymore, like because you're starting to see that like they're too weak, like they're not going to be able to. Now, yeah, you may have that badass person, whatever, that wants to come jump your electric fence or whatever and take the risk, or they hit it, but you're fully going to be aware and see it coming. Like it's already like you're going to feel it on different energetic levels. And I'm getting to, for some of you, like I've been getting like headaches a lot with a lot of stuff, or I come around to things like my third eye's been just like tell me a lot of times like nope, like this isn't your frequency, this isn't your level, like leave now. Certain things, like certain frequencies of sounds of music too, I've literally been like shut that off. Like I can just feel the spiritual like attacks like coming through. It's been movies, music, commercials, ads, it just, they're finding different things. So pay attention to like what is setting off your electric fence, basically. Whatever that is, cleanse from you. Don't worry about it. Like I said, a lot of people, like they don't realize what they're doing, right? Something with light language too. A lot of you go through these light language healings. Like one saved me earlier today, right, where I was feeling a lot of attacks and everything, and then I went through a light language healing, and then I was feeling like the pressure and everything, in the pulling, and it was the heart. I told you I've been getting like lots of different series and different things too. Sometimes when you're under attack with certain things too, it's allowed to happen to open something up. Because it's like learning lessons. Like for some of you, like straight up, like you have to see things. Like it has to be shown to you. Because it's like, it's not registering. I don't want to say it like that. As somebody's guide, it just got straight up and was just like, like I could just see like you know, like you're going to experience this now because we've been telling you, we've been showing you, we've been. So some of you are getting like some harsh like you have to see, like, I don't know. Yeah, take that as you would. You'll know what I'm talking about if this happens to you. Like you may even be like, damn, all right, like I don't know. All right, let's move on here. Okay, so spiritual work, interconnected signs, messages, pop-up, synchronicities. So a lot of you guys, like, you're noticing things too. Yeah, I got this earlier too. In a download that it's like, where is this thing? I just lost it, like the schooling, like the different oh my gosh, why am I losing this? See, they don't want me to get this out, right? Like how we're using like the system, you know, all the electronics, the electromagnetic, like you know, it's taking like, okay, oh my gosh, they really do not want me to disclose this. They're messing up my words, my communication. Like Mercury is not even retrograde yet. Yeah, like this is crazy. I don't know if it's like, I guess they don't want me to share it. It's almost, okay, this is reminding me of like Beetlejuice. They're just showing me the image, right? Where, is it even Beetlejuice where like the stitches in the mouth? But then they were showing me like Hocus Pocus. Like she was trying to call for help and they kept putting or it is that too, right? Like Beetlejuice, when she keeps trying to do something, keeps covering her mouth. Like, y'all, I can't tell if like that's what just happened. Like they are not wanting me to expose this, or if it's something. It's like when the mind slips, when something slips our minds, like as like part of us like channeling, like we know if a messenger is supposed to come out, like it will come out. But sometimes it's like I have my guides tell me back if I'm not gonna put it and give the message in a direct way or in a correct way. So just give me a second. Okay. All right. So this these signs and messages and synchronicities, like they're gonna be trying to bombard you, but that's why they want me to like, I'm going to give this like very, like think about how this is going to relate to you. But it's like, you're going to be noticing new ways to see messages and signs that are going to be popping up, that are going to be showing to you. And you're going to know that they're for you. And they're not for you to go share to other people, for you not to go tell people about them. They're for you. Because it's like, if you go tell people the message or the sign or the synchronicity or whatever it is, however it is that the universe, you're realizing the interconnectedness, that it is talking to you, right? It is guiding you. Like if you were to think about it this way, like if all of a sudden like you realize that you could give messages to somebody that was in trouble, okay, but you couldn't alert anybody around that person that they were in trouble, and you're gonna have this understanding, and you're gonna just know, like because it's like if they find that this is the way, it's not going to work for you anymore. It's like classified stuff, right? That's why I embody the energy a lot of times, and we articulate how to deliver the messages, right? Because they give us messages through series and messages and sequences. Like that's what you're going to start to do. You're going to start to realize the interconnectedness of things within these signs, these messages, these pop-ups, these synchronicities. Like you can come up with like your own light language. And that's what's so beautiful about light language, is seeing it pop up all over. There's so many different ways to do it. Like I did expose one thing, like I found to keep my frequencies where I could get certain messages and frequencies. Sometimes I had to impact the frequency and the vibration that was around me through alternate ways just to be able to receive certain messages and downloads. You could be finding that out. Some of you, maybe this is places, maybe you're finding ways to integrate your energy, to change your energy, manifestation, ways to change the frequency, the energies, the way that things respond to you. It's like for some of you, if you were always using something as a way, like to alert you or something, like you could find it out for another way. Like you're really like to me thinking like steps ahead of your enemies. Like you're seeing things from a vantage point. You're seeing things how when things are coming, like you can use them to your advantage, but it's not like in a manipulative way. It's in a I don't even want to say a survival way. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there, however you take it to. But, so be open to discovery. All right. I'm going to leave that there. So, wow, that was really something really powerful that was coming out with 8-1. This is why people want your gifts, your luck, your favor, right? Too, like they know that, you have certain things that seem to always work out for you in frequency. Like, that could be why they're trying to block some of these things, or these people are going to get in and doubt that, right? Or try to take it for you. Straight up, there's some energy here where people are wanting to destiny swap, right? And that's what I was giving one of the readings too. Like literally, like that's going to happen too. Some of these people that wanted like your life, like they're going to get it. They are. But they're going to get what they seen. They're not going to see like what all you had to go through to get the favor, to get these things, right? And it's like the little things, right? Like, and then you're going to be getting elevated exponentially came across. I don't even know what that means. I just heard that word loudly at somebody's. I don't even know how to relate it in this situation, like what that means, but it's like, and they're showing me source code number 00101, something with the zeros and the ones. Like this is God force all over it, like new beginning. Like that's why I say like the chosen ones are getting elevated, like, and it's to be shown, like, look, you fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you shouldn't have. Like that's what's coming across here. Masquerading around in your energy, right? And like I was telling my son this earlier and my daughter that you know, like God divine, like they see everything, they know everything, and you don't think that they'll sit there and let something build, something be done, kind of like the hare and the tortoise, right? It's interesting. I see here, they just showed me that there was a little bunny on top of a turtle on something I seen really quick earlier today. So the hare and the tortoise is definitely coming in, like literally, like that's like you're in the process of this happening. Like for a lot of you, like you're baiting the enemies, you're letting things happen. And you know what I mean? It's like what turns you into a diamond. It's like for some of you, you had to go through these very, very intense initiations actually to be able to trigger certain things within you, within your defense systems. That was gonna have to do with the triggering and the changing of the DNA from the carbon base to the crystalline energy. Wow. Because there's some of you, like you were too forgiving of certain things. That's kind of like with this backtracking energy they were getting. For some of you, you had to experience things in different ways just to stabilize out energy, because some of you, I was getting that a couple days ago too, like some of you were like ahead of your time, like some of you integrated this energy too quickly. So these different things that were supposed to play out, it was kind of like things had to be handled a little bit differently for you. So whoever that's for, there's that, right? But so yeah, there's all right, let's just move on. No, I don't want to share anymore. It's not for everybody. And then about the why not share more of your energy? You are a generator for source energy. Like that's literally like what you were doing. Like yeah, you were just giving too freely to things that it was breaching your boundaries, right? And you were getting out of balance. All right, some of you just got too swarmed too quickly. You know what I mean? What they're showing me with like the light force energy, like that's one of those like that's why there needed to be a change. For some of you, there was new protection. Some of you have some like new protection too that's came in, like a detailed team. They're showing like some of you could be acquiring new animals too in the physical realm. You could be getting guided to like getting a new pet at this time, or you could be noticing more of this too. For some of you, like you could perceive them maybe as monitoring spirits, right? Like maybe you have certain birds that all of a sudden now follow you, walk with you. You know what I mean? Like you could be noticing a change like in your physical surroundings, right? With the animals, I'm getting a lot too. All right, I've been shuffling these. These were all of the channel download messages that I got for 8/2, so they want these to go out in this reading as well. And then my 8/3 one's going to be separate. Okay. So these were messages that I pulled with the energies when the Stargate energy really started to come in. And like I said, there was a lot of chaos and a lot of things that were going on around my family, so I wasn't able to give a lot of these messages, right? So maybe this is like this energy too, like I don't feel like everybody's supposed to get these now. So if you're still here watching this, like these are going to be more significant for you, because I feel that there's a lot that have clicked off already, right? As you know, you're only allowed to see the information that you're privy to, right? That's how we set up these readings, right? These messages. So for some of you too, like you could be putting together lists too. They've brought me twice now. Like I've got my star family like written out here, like some, and like they brought me to a book. Like I started to tag the A3 right on the back of them. So I don't know if that's gonna be, for some of you, you could be changing like 20. Okay, 2000 on the clock as I say that. I looked right at my timer at 20 minutes. So God source number. I just said God force number. Wow. God source number 2000. God is forcing something. God force. Definitely the universe is in control. Like some things are out of your hands. And they're showing me that I've been getting a lot of messages that there's been like a change, right? And then I'm looking a lot over here at this post-it that I've written down. Like you could be finding out something like there's a change to the plan. There's a something within your family is changing, or you're realizing something. An infiltrator, right? Something could be getting exposed, revealed. Like I said, it's not for everybody, right? My readings are confirmations for you. Like you will feel it intuitively if it's for you, if it's your story, right? Logic over emotional justice I just pulled out. All right, so transmission update energy. It's going to be the next one. So, okay, wait, these are my ones for today because these are all in blue. I told you there's something very strong with the blue frequency that's coming through, and that's also throat activations, third eye. It's more like you're being more expressive of like what you want, what you see, what your vision, because you need to know that in this new moon energy, this is very much a time of affirmations, affirming, writing things down, really speaking things into existence. Like this is a very, very powerful time of like speech and development and bringing things into the physical. So a lot of enemies are getting exposed, a lot of changes. They have enemies exposed to your justice. Ancestors are taking care of a lot of things for you. Like that was the one I was looking for, and then I pulled these. Okay, I have shamans use crystals for healing. So for a lot of you, you could be getting called or realizing maybe that your calling is to be a shaman, or you are a shaman, or there's something with crystal healing, or you need to incorporate crystal healings within your healings. Because like I said, for a lot of you just get activated with these things, and it's like remembrance, and you start doing them, and you might not even be aware of what you're doing. For some of you, you're finding out that these different things, you're finding out what you are. For a lot of you, you're finding out about your true star origins. That's what, as I love this Stargate, the LIONSGATE, right? It's because this is where we get all of our spiritual downloads, right? Because the spiritual is our spiritual star system. Sirius is aligned with the sun, so it's like all energy on you, right? And we're able to connect more with our star families. So for some of you, like you're starting to realize who your star family is. You're starting to connect. I have Pleiadians, Andromedan, hybrid starseeds. I have fairy descendants. For some of you, you're realizing that you're a fairy descendant, so you have fairy DNA and something with Lemurian. And for some of you, you have like mermaid codes are getting activated. For some of you, you're from Lemuria, so you have mermaid DNA encoded in you, within you. 2333 on the clock as I say that. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of like the fin symbolism, a lot of mermaids, things like that. So a lot of these codes that are getting activated online, they're allowing you to connect. And remember, I was saying that for a lot of you, like you're getting new spiritual guides and spiritual teachers and ancestors and things like that. For some of you, this is exciting. Like you're connecting with more people within your family. Some of you could be realizing that you're a Heoke archetype. Okay, for some of you, I have an evil soul tie, and soul ties can be family members too. Shapeshifter, masquerading around energy, astral projection, and spiritual warfare. Okay. We have community and soul family. So for some of you, your soul family is already within your community or already starting to integrate. I have entrapments and demons, a mirroring twin flame energy. There's some that are narcissistic that could be doing so, high-ranking demons, and some of you toxic karmic lovers. Remember, it's not for everybody. I have rethink spiritual assassin on here. Okay, spiritual warrior. Earth angel, attracting demons and slaying them in silence. 24:44 on the clock as I say that, because for a lot of you, you do these healings, right? Because that's where you release, right? And that is why I say rethink spiritual assassin. You know, when you hear assassin, you think of this person, right? That goes and kills and destroys and all of that. But how you're a spiritual assassin is you do it out of love, compassion, forgiveness, things like that. That's why it's handled in a different way, and showing love, care, and consideration. Remember how I was saying that some people are needing to change the way, like you were doing things in a wrong way, like you know what I mean? Like you need to have the light and the dark. There needs to be a balance right there. And it's like, and some people are playing around with these different realms and things like that, and then have been taking advantage of it. And there's a manipulation of energy, like black magic, spell work, things like that. Like there's been a violation, right? And that's when the universe will step in, is when things are done not following spiritual law, like not following the rules of this realm. Because there are rules that are followed, right? And I've talked about this in another ring, that even the devil follows these certain rules. It's what allows the balance, but there's been too much messed with it, right? It's not in balance anymore. Okay. I realized I have a lot of these. Yeah, like the spiritual warfare, spiritual assignments, soul contracts, and leveling the playing field. Right, so the universe works with the creators, believe in the magic. Like I said, this is a very, very powerful time of manifestations. So you need to be the creators at this time. The Matrix got you drugged. Can't get mad. That's a funny one. The Matrix got you drugged. Yeah, baby. That's because of those dopamine hits and everything that happen through your videos, right? Like I heard something that was so beautiful today. How did he say it? Just like everybody that has a ring light, it's like having a ring light gives you the authority to be a like a spiritualist, like a spiritual, or I don't know how you said it, but it's funny, you know, like that power, like the entitlement, and nothing against that, right? Like I've had tons of ring lights or whatever. It's funny, mine actually broke the other night. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes like there's something like that gives like entitlement, right? Like okay. Anyways, there's a big change. What is all of that? Being set free, releasing through journaling. Because for some of you, writing these things down, getting them out, it's going to allow you to release like emotional things. Because for some of you got things that maybe you want to say, and some people are little bitches and block you and everything else. All right, I'm sorry. Like so for somebody, like, ever had, like, you just need to say some things, right? Like so, but also affirming things and putting together a plan. Because for a lot of you, you need to put together a plan. You don't have a plan. Like, you need to get grounded. Like, when you start to put it down in writing, you start to be like, all right, I do have a plan. I do have an idea. I do know what I'm doing. Right? Okay, some of these are personal readings that were pulled for me on the energy, so I can't read all of these. But I got warrior, goddess, divine mission by God, prayer warrior. It's funny, I almost wanted to say, it's like, for some of you, like, you're a prayer warrior, right? Like, maybe for some of you, like, you've went for healing, you've went and prayed for some people that aren't worthy of it, that they're not ready for that. Like, they have karma that has to play out for them. Okay, for some of you, you're shielding them of that. So take the rest of it however you feel it hitting you, whatever's telling you, right? These are just some different decks I need to get. There's something very simple too with the star, the 5-pointed star, right? Water, earth, fire, air, seeker. Like, you're starting to take control and use those energies, right? It's also like getting control of like your energy, your body, your Merkaba, right? Harnessing the powers of those elements is like, that's what being a magician is all about, really. You know, knowing that we are all of those elements, that's what makes us up, right? Sorry, we got these alerts going off. Yeah, because we got a tropical storm. So flash flood. Yeah, I'm in an evacuation zone by the water, of course. But I don't know, some incoming and alert. It's okay. It's like our second one today. It's all good. Ancient healer, shaman, bloodline, chosen, being an alchemist, spiritual warfare, battlefield is training. For some of you, you're realizing that, you know, your battlefield, for some of you, and I got this in a reading earlier, like you were put in to come up in a bloodline that was going to shape you and put you into this warrior. You know, like you had to be a survivor. Like that's what shapes these. Like that's what I mean. I read for the elite starseeds, the leaders into the new worlds. Like you got elected and pushed in. You got chosen to be into your positions of power. You it's like you didn't know that this was going to happen, but for some of you, like you got pushed into this because you went through so much. That's why the ones that are being elevated are being chosen by God divine, God source divine. Is what selected the 144,000 that were going to be the leaders into the new earth, right? So you were selected, right? But it's a choice, like I said. So for some of you, like you're getting these things like because it's a choice. Like you're literally going to have everything right here, and it's like step into claim your position, your birthright, because you've earned this. You can choose not to take it, okay. But it's like it's not that you're not going to. And nobody can take this from you. Nobody. It's just that you got a lot that's trying to block you, maybe stop you from seeing it. But things are being handled at this, what's this karmic secret? Another deck. Oh, this is the deck I want to get from my girls, right? Okay. Change perception, enlightenment, strength inside justice. I have cosmic synergy between the signs, the stars, and the numbers. There's something very significant that you're going to be realizing the interconnectedness through different signs and symbols. Ancient goddess awakens. We have a lot of goddess codes that are coming through within the activations, the light codes, different like days leading up to 8/8 have been very, very powerful for activating different codes within us, right? Within the light codes coming in. But even though they come in, there's different things that activate. I was told a gold frequency is going to activate a lot of these goddess codes. So I'm going to be doing a goddess reading. They already told me earlier to do with the gold cards, and those have activators too, and certain goddesses maybe that are working with you where you can call on their energy. 3222 on the clock, does it say that? So, it could reveal some of them to you. Maybe they don't want me to reveal it. Wow. So Ancient Goddess Awakens. These are some other readings. Venus, Planet of Love and Luxury. Let's see. I feel happy, safe, and loved, beautiful, admired, adored, divine, and honored. You need to start saying that. You need to start feeling that, because that's what's about to happen, baby. You are going to be honored, respected. God's elevating the chosen at this time in like in very, very big ways. And like it's happening this way too, because it's part of the karma retribution distribution. Like it has to happen this way. Like I said, for a lot of you, like you might not even want to be like your stories, your journeys to be shown, exposed, but it's like they are, because this is why God's like elevating you. So maybe that's what's hesitant for some of you. Maybe you're like, well, I don't want to go because then I gotta share my whole story. Like I don't want to be famous because then I can't be in the shadows and things like that. But it's like it's part of the story. It's what has to happen, because it's like so much justice is going to be seen, like or served just by you being seen and you being elevated, right? So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. My family's been very good and quiet while I've been delivering these messages, but like wow, like seeing fairy tales, like just all sorts of things. Oh my gosh, there's so much more. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely watch whatever you feel guided to. I'm going to be doing one more to this set. All right. Love and light to all of you. Bye.